Sir, you're being hunted, or madam, you're being hunted, or as I like to be neutral, you are being hunted, is one of the weirdest games which I have ever played. It is one of those survival games where either sir or madam end up on an island. You have to find various items like food, weapons, and parts of a machine which you need to escape the island. All the while, you're being hunted by Victorian-looking robots.
They look like something out of Doctor Who.
My first impression of you being hunted left me intrigued, so I decided to do a little more research on the game. And for what it is, I've got to hand it to the developers, Big Robot. Some time and effort was made in making this, no mistake. I didn't realise that every time you enter the world, things are generated a little bit differently. That way you're not always playing the same old map over and over again, like in Battle Royale multiplayer games, which all the kids seem to be playing these days. I wouldn't say that the scale of this world is huge. In fact, I'd say it's pretty tiny when you compare it to your AAA games of today. Playing this for the first time, I assumed that this game came out around the mid to late 2000s. Much to my surprise though, the alpha version of this was made available to PC users in 2013, and then the final version, which is what I've played, was released in 2014. Now, I have a confession to make. I know so many people love to play video games on PCs. That's completely fine. I can totally see why people do that. The graphics are far better for one thing. Unfortunately, one of the factors which I have never got used to is using a keyboard and mouse to control any game on a PC. That's just me, I know. It's just my own preference. I like to use a controller. I'm more of a console guy. You can use a gamepad for this game, sort of, but it's ass. It controls like shit. So for this game, you get a lot out of using keyboard and mouse. The most fundamental flaw which I can find with this game is that it seems unpolished. For example, the game looks a lot older than it actually is. Also, when you want to play online with a friend, the matchmaking is not as straightforward as I would have hoped. For 2014, this should have been perfected at this point. Now, I mentioned how controller support is crap, but the real thing which ruined my experience of this game is that the game broke twice for me. One time, my character got stuck and I couldn't move at all, even using the recommended keyboard and mouse. The other time, I was just running away from those Victorian-looking robots, and then I fell through the floor. I was outside the boundaries of the game. This left a bad taste in my mouth.
I'm not saying that You Are Being Hunted is a terrible game by any means. I think that developers did put some effort into this. The game had potential, but it didn't grab me in the same way as other survival games did, like Slender or even Emily Wants to Play. Two great games, by the way.
This could have been in the same league as those games, but it fell short. Thankfully, this isn't in the same league as games like Rascal. The best compliment I can give for You Are Being Hunted is that it does have an eerie atmosphere. From the weird title screen, the presentation, the weird sounds, and those weird sparkling things, which I've still no idea what the fuck they're meant to be. Like, seriously, what are they?
One thing which I'll always remember about this game is its weird world, its weird robots, and its really weird scarecrows. They must be the most freaky things I have seen in any video game.
gentlemen.